All right, welcome back to episode 2, and now we are really rolling. So Megan just left for the week. She's gonna go work and make us some money. In the meantime, I'm gonna get our solar set up. So I have a dozen panels. They're 480 watts each, and they're dual-sided. So I'm gonna build a framework with all this lumber. But I have a generator. I don't have any oil for it. I didn't realize it needs oil, just gasoline. So I'm gonna use my truck. It has an inverter in it. It's not very powerful, but it'll work for today. So let's get started. Okay, because I have to cut the end of the board and I don't have anything to support it right now and the terrain is really uneven, I just have to cut that end off right there. So I'm elevating this to match up with that, which is gonna hold the board on the other side. So I'm doing the best I can right now. Okay, so now all the 12 footers are cut down to length so I can put them end to end. And that's going to give me the gap so I can put 6 panels in a row widthwise. Now I need to frame the 8 footers between them and make a framework network for them so I can hold everything together. So I have to cut all my 8 footers down to length and I have to make some measurements first. So basically these lines here are 12 footers, 2 12 footers, 2 12 footers, 2 12 footers. They're cut down a little bit. So that gives me a long gap, and then these are all my 2x4x8s that line up that way, and I'll have 6 panels that are bolted between these. So between every panel there's going to be a 2x4, and then I'm going to screw down between them and pin them into place. So it ended up being about 140 inches, a little bit less. So I'm going to cut these just under 70 inches each, and I should have enough to put it all together. If I need some more, I have some more. Okay, I got all the 70 inches cut, and I got to put them all together so I can give the saw a break and shut my truck off, or charge my GoPro, which I should. And I got to start screwing everything together and figure out how this is all going to go. I'm making it up as I go. And I just ran out of water. I'm absolutely exhausted, and I got to work all day tomorrow. So I'm going to take that as a sign. That's enough for today. I am Pow. I'm going to go eat and relax the rest of today. All right. I got some wild pig that I shot the other day, and I got some beets, carrots, and a little potato salad in there. And then I'm going to add some coconut cream and a little bit of spices and let that simmer. Should be pretty awesome lunch, but I am done today. Okay, I think the layout works. I'm not going to put the panels on yet because we have to make sure that we put the frame where we need it first, because it's already super heavy and adding the panels will make it unmanageable. So I just want to lay it out. There's 3 lines right up to the edge. It's halfway between the boards, so then I can pin it right here with a washer to clamp it down. I can put one right between there, one at the top, there, and it goes right before the middle. I can put a screw right there. So I'll do the other 3 there, and the other 6 this way. And I think we got a good system. I just got to angle it a little bit with some extra 2x4s, no big deal. I have the concrete blocks to put them on already. We'll wire it all together and we'll send them to the batteries. I think it'll work. Now I just gotta flip the whole thing upside down, or right side up rather, and get those panels in place. Okay, I think I did it. Might be overbuilt. I probably could have done a better job, but it's only a temporary structure anyway, and it's gonna be just fine for what I need. So I braced all the joints as best I could, and then the seam in the middle where the boards come together, I built it up and across it, and then I threw some shear supports in there too from my leftover scrap. I used all my wood, most of my screws. So now I'm going to stand it up and see if it'll hold. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I just have it pinned into place, which means I just have one screw per joint right now. That way, as I'm moving around, I can kind of shift everything into place and not rip the wood. So now that it's all pinned into place, I'm going to check to make sure it's square. And when it's square, I'm going to pound probably 4 holes per joint and make it super solid, and I'll brace those against that, and then I'll add to that.
So compared to furniture making, this is relatively easy stuff. It just takes a lot longer because it's bigger and a little bit more manual labor, but it's pretty fun.
We got the moon out right now, sunrise. Got a lot of work to do today, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna make some coffee and we're gonna get that solar hooked up. Yes! Okay, now the fun part, I have to move all this stuff because that's where the solar's going. Okay, that's a good start. Now I can brush cut that area and then move that stuff over there and then do that area. That's my plan of attack. Double ear protection. Boop. Boop. Okay, all that took, I don't know, hour and a half. Now I have room here to finish brush cutting, and then I can move that big frame right there, because that's where I think the solar is going to go. Okay, I got Ryan here helping me. Doing my solar electric setup. So I just finished building this. Just a little storage shed to keep all the solar and keep it dry. Just gotta throw a roof on it, and then we'll throw the panels on here. I just have to finish bracing it. Okay, we got the panels ready to be placed. The box is pretty much ready. The batteries are connected, the inverter's in there, the breaker panel. So now, laying out the solar panels. I finished some brush cutting there so I can have some more light and more breeze, and I still have a lot to go.
So this took a little bit of time, but it was actually a lot of fun. It's very modular and just kind of a rhythm to it. Not a whole lot of brain power. It's really kind of fun stuff for me. Just drag the solar panel over, undo the cords, make sure they're facing all the right way, lay them in perfectly, and I had a dozen of these to do. So it took a little bit of time, but I'm really enjoying this process.
She ain't going nowhere.
That work?
Yeah.
Internet. Alright, solar panels are all in place. Everything else is ready to go. So now I just have to pin them down. I have these big stainless steel washers, and they're gonna hold them into place straight like that. We have to make sure that they don't overlap any of that black on either side, and they don't. So they're exactly the right size. Okay, We are all set. This is the moment of truth and see if we got power. They are alive all the time, so Ryan's got gloves on.
That would be cool if it gave you like a nice arc.
Right.
Alright, so we should have DC going to our DC disconnect. $440 volts of DC.
Ooh, okay. We're making noise. We got a reading. All right, we got it working. We have a charging battery. So basically, we didn't have enough power in the batteries yet, but even at almost 6 o'clock in the afternoon and all of this rain, the dozen 480 watt panels are producing enough power to kick the batteries on. We are in power now. All right, I got my freezer and my fridge back. So I hooked those up today. We can now keep our food cold again. Woo! Woo, there we go, we did it. Yeah, all my frozen pig and kahala, river prawns, staying cold. Yeah, so. And look who it is. Woo, yeah, she's back.
Hi.
All right, so we got some power, finally. Now, the Starlink is ready. We haven't hooked it up yet, so pretty soon we'll be able to have internet too, and then we'll be able to upload videos from there, and everything will get a lot more efficient. But for now, we can charge phones and batteries, and I can use my power tools, so that's a major upgrade right there. And it is the real deal out here. We're absolutely exhausted. We work all day, every day. Sleep is tough. Every little challenge is very challenging, but you know, we're loving it. We're accepting where we're at right now, and it's part of the dream. It's part of the process.
It's a short-term sacrifice for the long-term, achievements and comfort.
Yeah, we had to sacrifice some comfort and convenience for a while, but we're okay with that deal.
Yeah.
And where do we go from here? Kind of the next step,
Yeah.
right, is we can't decide whether to build a gym because I need to train and I need to work,
Mm-hmm.
or if we start with a house pad. I'd really want to do the house more than anything else. I really don't want to do the gym, but I kind of need to. So we're going to try to kind of do both at the same time, which is kind of insanity.
A little bit, but
we have a lot of help.
handle.
Our families are helping us a lot.
A
Obviously,
lot, yeah.
Ryan helped us with the solar, and he's helping us out in a really big way. And my parents are helping us out too. My dad's coming out soon, helping build a little bit. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. For now, we're going to try to make a game plan, get some rest, and we'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. All right, we'll catch you soon.